Hey guys, coming back at you with a new video. Sorry it took so long. This is going to be a bit of a skincare update. I can link below my last Sephora haul, which was just like the VIB Rouge sale. I listed some of the stuff I got from skincare. I've since gotten some things. I got like a mask kit and stuff like that, but I thought I'd go over some of the items that were in that haul that were new to me and maybe new to some of you guys that you might be curious about. So we're just going to jump right in and just get started because this video might be a little long. So I'm just have the app here, the Sephora app, so I can make sure that I'm doing things right. And please excuse my face. My makeup right now today is just like we're on the struggle bus. I use a different primer than I usually use, and I use a lot of it, and I use the stick foundation that I don't always use, and I think the combo together just didn't work. It's a Becca primer, the one that's in the purple bottle, and then I used like this Burberry lotion, or not lotion, it's like a highlighting liquid type of thing underneath. I usually do that to like lighten my base, and I've used the Burberry thing underneath, no problem with my foundation. But that combined with the Becca primer, and then I used the Hourglass stick foundation, and usually I use the Lancome stick foundation, but I used the Hourglass one today, and it just like that combo did not work. It's like crumbling off my face, like just like not sticking, and it's just like falling, like the foundation just is not staying on. It's just like breaking up and being like kind of flaky and crumbling off. It's really weird. Today was not the day to be experimenting, but I was like, oh, let me just do this so I'm glowy, using products in a combo that I do not normally use. So if you have those three items, I don't recommend mixing them, or maybe you can and you might have better luck, but for me it's not working. Anyways, so I thought I'd give you that update, and hopefully my skin isn't looking too bad, because up close I can even, when I look down, see a flake. Oh, it's bothering me. Anyways, so let's go over some of these items. So the first items I want to talk about are my Blithe products that I got. So let's start with that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Vital 5 Energy Roots Essence. It says it's for vitalizing and hydrating. So let's pull that one up. And this has like 4.5 stars on Sephora, so people really like it. It's supposed to be for all skin types, and it's supposed to be a hydrating essence that works to energize the appearance of dull, depleted skin with its 5 root extracts. These root extracts, which are like red Panax ginseng, has some like other roots and stuff like that, Indian lotus leaf extract, etc. These are supposed to help brighten the appearance of dull, tired skin. It's supposed to diminish the signs of aging, and it's supposed to help combat like pollution. Yeah, it's supposed to be quick absorbing, and yeah. What do I think? What do I think? So, hydrating. I would say it's pretty hydrating, but is it the most hydrating essence I've used? No. I'd say the Makeup Raw Sauce is probably the most hydrating essence I've used. They used to sell that one on Sephora, but they've since stopped, so I have to look for it on like Korean skincare websites. But that one has like maple water in it and stuff like that, and I found that was really hydrating. This is still pretty hydrating, but I expected a little bit more hydration out of this. I think if you're really, really dry, this will work, but there's, like I said, the raw sauce I thought was like way more hydrating. I felt like when I used that Makeup Raw Sauce, I barely needed to use moisturizer afterwards. Like I could put that on and do my serum, and my skin still felt really hydrated, whereas with this I still feel like I need my oil or moisturizer after I layer on my products. But it definitely helped combat dryness. Now I will say my skin is drier now than it used to be now that I've incorporated using retinol, so that could be a factor. Maybe if I wasn't using retinol, this would be hydrating enough for me, but it's hydrating but not super hydrating. The consistency is like, it's a little viscous, not too much, so I'll just pour like a dollop out, and so you can kind of see it slowly is running down my hand. It's not super watery, and it just like blends in really easily and soaks into the skin. It does have like a little bit of a medicinal type of scent to it. It's actually really nice. I like these kinds of scents. I don't know, they just feel like they're good for your skin and healthy. I don't know, but it's a nice essence. Do you need it? Probably not. I don't know if it's essential in your skincare, but for me, I like adding in as much hydration as I can throughout my skincare regimen, especially now that like I said, am using retinol. So having a hydrating essence and then going in with a moisturizer after my serum and stuff like that just really helps, because I'm just like layering in that hydration. So if you're someone with like really dry skin, or even just dry to normal skin, you might really like this. If you're oily, it says this is for all skin types, so I can't speak on an oily person's regimen. If you feel like you need all that extra moisture, maybe you don't need to use it during the day, but at night it might be really nice. Its first ingredient is water, and then like the next ingredients are all the different root extracts. So I really do, and it has glycerin in it. So I really do like the ingredients list. It's like a lot of really natural ingredients as well. So if you go on Sephora and you look this up, I will say that I do kind of like the combo that's in it. It does have like a lot of natural ingredients first listed, and you know that the 5 root extracts that are in here, it's not at the bottom of the ingredients list, it's at the very top, second to water. So you know that there's quite a bit of those products in here, so you know that you're really getting that stuff into your skin. So if that's something that you're really interested in, I think it's great. People really like it. I think, like I said, my skin is drier now that I'm using retinol, so I think if you're not using retinols and you have normal to dry, you'll really like this and think it's really hydrating. It's nice. Like, I'm not knocking it, but like I said, the Makeup Raw Sauce for me was more hydrating as an essence, but this is still a really, really good essence. So I like it so far. Brightening, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say it really did anything for brightening. I'm using so many other products to help brighten my skin, so I really can't contribute that to the essence, but it's definitely helping me layer in that hydration. So I like it. If you're really interested in it and thinking about trying out different essences, I would definitely give it a shot. I think price-wise, it's a little bit cheaper than some other ones. Like another essence I was really interested in was one from Fresh, which was like the kombucha one, but I think that one's more expensive. The next product that I want to talk about is the Blithe Gold Apricot Pressed Serum, and this is the Gold Apricot one, which is for radiance and brightening. So this one, okay, I didn't realize, like, when I got it, I was like, oh, pressed serum. I figured, you know, I would melt in my hands and put it on. This is kind of like, this is a serum and moisturizer together. It's like, I wouldn't consider this like your standalone serum. Maybe for some people who want like a one and done, they don't do too much with their skincare. They might have sensitive skin, so they don't like acids and stuff like that that are a little bit harsh. Maybe they'll like this. And if you have drier skin, I think this is great. If you're just stepping your foot into skincare, this is great. But it is a serum cream combo, so it kind of is like a 2-in-1. So they do recommend that layering serum. So if you have a thinner serum you want to put on before this, that's what you should do, because this is thicker. So because of how thick this is, I do wonder how deep the product is really penetrating, since it does feel like pretty emollient. So that's like one thing I like question with this. I definitely think it's hydrating, especially in the winter. I find that like I like using this when I'm not using the retinol on my days off. I'll use this often because it is pretty hydrating, and but as far as like the brightening, I just don't know how brightening it is. I wouldn't say that it's providing more brightening than like my acids that I was using before, like my Sunday Riley and my vitamin C serums and stuff like that. So this product is, it says it's a serum that deeply hydrates and brightens with 31% apricot extract to give a flawless glow. And this balm is just supposed to melt in the skin, sealing in hydration and creating a glass skin effect that looks dewy, poreless, translucent, and that it has antioxidants as well and turmeric to help soothe and protect the skin. And it's supposed to also help prime your face before makeup. So I usually use this at night. I never really use this during the day, but I actually think that this probably would be a good moisturizer, I guess, before makeup, and provide like a good level of hydration. But like I said, I've never combined this with any makeup to see if it affects how your foundation sits. So I will say about this is the glass-like skin, it's temporary. So it comes with a little spatula which got stuck to the lid here. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. I have a little bit on this lid, so I'm just going to take it from the lid. But this is kind of like, it's really thick. It's like sitting on my finger, and I'm just going to swipe it here. So you can kind of see it's just like a thick cream. And then when you rub it in, it does smell nice though. Like, it has a faint apricot smell. It does create like this like really shiny glass-like finish, but then it melts into the skin within like 5 minutes. Sorry, the lighting is a little weird. But within 5 minutes, this will sink into your skin and it'll just look normal. It won't look like shiny glass-like. It's kind of just like the initial effect. And then once it sinks in, it just looks like hydrated skin. It's not really as shiny anymore. As far as the ingredients list goes, the #1 ingredient is apricot fruit extract followed by glycerin. So you know that it's really hydrating. It also has niacinamide in it, and then some other stuff. So it is like, I will say this is like really, I do think this is really hydrating, but I wouldn't use this as a substitute for an acid. Unless you're the type of person who has really sensitive skin, and like anytime you use even a mild acid, you get, you know, red and whatever. Maybe this will be fine with like vitamin C in the morning or something. If you layer it, that might work for you, but this alone was not enough for me for brightening, and it wasn't a substitute for an acid, especially since I do use things like Good Genes and, you know, other products that are stronger. This was definitely not enough. So what I found, what I ended up doing when I used this, was I would use Prism first by Herbivore, and then I would put this on afterwards. And usually the combo of these two alone was like enough for my skin. If I want to do extra, I would put on like an oil, like my face hero oil after that, but I found that I often didn't really need to because this was pretty moisturizing on its own. So I do like this. I'm going to continue to use it. I think this is a great product for the winter because of how hydrating it is. But I got it hoping that it would kind of be an all-natural substitute for like an acid, because I thought with the apricot extract that it would be providing a bit more brightening. But this is definitely a serum moisturizer, heavier on the moisturizer side. So the brightening you see and the glow you see immediately, that's what it looks like before it sinks to the skin. It's not really like really brightening long term, I guess. So I did find layering it with Prism helped, and it also helped me use up the Prism. So that kind of leads me into Prism by Herbivore. So I got this because I was interested in doing like an all-natural brightening, exfoliating serum, because I do use like the Sunday Riley Good Genes. I was interested to see what else was out there for exfoliating serums, and Prism just was not it for me, to be honest. It's just a bit too mild, I think. Like I said, because I'm so used to using other stronger products, this was just too mild for me. So I think if you are new to skincare, new to like acids and stuff like that, and you want something that's not going to make you burn, you get that like tingly feeling, then I would start with this, and then you can slowly start working your way up to something stronger. When I think of like the spectrum of acids, like this is all the way on one end, and then you have like the drunk elephant, like pink, that baby facial one is all the way on the other one. And like that one always, when I put it on, I'm like, the tingles, it's so strong. And this, you feel nothing. So this could even be like a daily thing. Like if you want to use an acid every night, this is like mild enough to do that. I still wouldn't mix it with retinol. If you're someone who uses retinol, I wouldn't use this on the day that you use retinol. I would just use retinol by itself, or retinol niacinamide together. That's it on those days. And then on the days you're not using retinol, you can use an acid. But if you don't use retinol and you want something just to help provide that glow and that like cell turnover and just, you know, bright skin, then use the Prism every day. It really is like super mild. It does not burn. It does not do, it's not harsh on the skin at all. I just found that for where I'm at in my skincare journey, this just wasn't strong enough for me. So I will not be repurchasing this. The next thing I have is our Moon Juice Beauty Shroom Plumping Jelly. This I got because I wanted something that I could use that was in the daytime, other than a vitamin C, that would be like an antioxidant type of serum. It would provide hydration, but also help protect me from free radicals and whatnot. And this is like an adaptogenic serum. It's supposed to help fill, smooth, lift, plump the skin. So it's pretty like viscous. Like it is a jelly. Like you see that? It's just very jelly-like, but it runs in really smooth. It does not smell like mushrooms. It has a fragrance like type smell to it. But it is pretty hydrating, and it's actually like wears well under makeup. You'll find that once you first put it on and let it sit, it gets like tacky. But as soon as you put your moisturizer or serum on top, moisturizer or oil on top, it gets smooth. It's not sticky anymore. And I found that it's pretty hydrating. I wouldn't say that it lifts and smooths and all that stuff, but I mean, it is like smoothing, hydrating, but it's not like lifting or performing any miracles. I really like it, but I do have, and I was gonna go over the ingredients list, I guess. Yeah, we can do that. So water, coconut oil, things like that, glycerin are some of the top ingredients. So it does have a pretty good ingredients list. So it is one of the all-natural brands as well, and it's voted pretty highly, like 4 out of 5 stars on Sephora. I will say though, I have another serum that I prefer. It's like a better version of the Moon Juice, and that's Edible Beauty, their Exotic Goddess Ageless Serum. This is like always sold out on Sephora, so I meant to buy this before, but every time I go to try to buy it, it's like sold out. But this is an all-natural clean beauty brand as well, and it's supposed to plump, smooth, and rejuvenate the skin. It also is pretty viscous, not to the same degree as the jelly serum, but it's pretty like juicy. And I find that this one is really hydrating, and it really blends into the skin as well. This has water in it and glycerin, but it also has hyaluronic acid and beta glucans, so it's really hydrating. It also has a natural form of sunscreen in here too, though I still wear SPF when I'm wearing this. I always wear SPF. Sorry, but I will say that it also has like a natural SPF in it as well. So if you're able to snag the Edible Beauty Exotic Goddess, I like this better. It doesn't really get sticky like the Moon Juice does on the skin. It just blends in really easily, and it's really hydrating, and it just is like an overall really nice serum if you're looking for something during the daytime that isn't like a vitamin C. If you just want something that's like an antioxidant type of serum, I highly recommend the Edible Beauty Exotic Goddess. I don't even know if you can really see that there. That's what it looks like. Really like it. Now, the last thing I want to talk about I have it here, is the Dr. Roebucks. I just realized I was saying this wrong. I'll say calling it Roebucks, but Dr. Roebucks Collagen Boosting Eye Treatment that has coconut oil, amino acids, and caffeine. This is what it looks like on the inside. So I do not really like this at all. I mean, it's fine. It's like hydrating, but it takes like 10 years to like blend in. It's really thick, and I find that sometimes it doesn't blend well, or like at the line of demarcation where it meets my like face, where my face serum and eye cream meet, it just gets like kind of crumbly and crusty. It's just really thick, and like I'll just show you. It's just like really thick, and it takes forever for me to like pat it in. Otherwise you're left with this like thick white cream, and if you don't blend it in properly, it can affect like how your concealer applies and stuff like that if you're wearing makeup during the day. So it's a nice product, but I just don't have time. So I don't know if I highly recommend it. I think at night this is probably a nice thing to use, just because you're not really rushing in the morning to put on makeup and get ready for the day. But like if you have somewhere to be and you're in a rush in the morning, and like for me, I never wake up super early. I wake up with just enough time to like roll out of bed and go to work. If you're like me, like ain't nobody got time for all of this. I mean, it's nice, but it's thick, and it just does take a really long time to blend in, and if you don't blend it in, it can just like sit there, and it doesn't like blend well with like my serums either. Like I always get like this area where it's like crust, not that it looks like crusty, but it just will like, yeah, kind of lift a little bit, and it just kind of looks like, you know, foundation when it separates on your skin, kind of looks like that, like where the serum and the eye cream meet. So like right around here, and it just doesn't look good. So if you're looking for like, if you're the type of person who likes to spend a lot of money on skincare and you want like an eye cream at night just to have one for the sake of having one, sure, you can get this, but I think there are other eye creams out there that are better. I really like the Biossance eye cream. So far I think that's like one of my favorite eye creams that I've used, because that one was really hydrating. It blends in easily. I felt like my under eyes looked really smooth. It wears fine with makeup. Like that one is really nice. It's just kind of expensive. This, like, I don't know. I'll have to see if they have other eye creams. I like that's like an all-natural product, and I was really excited about the caffeine, because I was hoping that would just like get rid of dark circles, and I wouldn't say that it did. I think my under eyes, I always look tired. I do work nights for my job, so I think part of it is just there's only so much you can do, and I don't think there's any eye cream out there that's gonna fix my dark circle problem. Like even concealer can't fix my dark circle problem. So it's just so hoping the caffeine would help with that, but it really didn't. And that's really all I have to say about that. I'm going to keep using it and use it up, but I will definitely not be repurchasing this. I hope that they can reformulate this into something else, or maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe it really isn't meant to be like a daytime eye cream. I don't know. If anyone's used this, it's the Collagen Boosting Eye Treatment Serum, please let me know, because a girl needs some help with this. Or if there's like, yeah, if anyone's used this and has any tips and tricks, please let me know down below. So I think that's everything. That covers all the stuff that I wanted to talk about for the update. So yeah, if you have any questions about any of these products, and again, if you used any of these and you want to like give me your opinions, especially this eye treatment, please leave that down below, and I'll see you guys sooner rather than later. And isn't this t-shirt like really cool? I got it from Shop Anomi. It's from Chelsea Wears. I don't know if anyone watched her YouTube channel, but she's really funny, and she owns a shop in San Francisco, and that sells really cool independent brands. This is one of them for t-shirts. I really like graphic tees, but like I didn't want to get just a regular band tee that everyone has. Plus, a lot of these band tees are hella expensive. If you've seen made-worn band tees, they're like 160 bucks for something that just says like Metallica, no thank you. And where I live, like nobody, like the thrift stores don't have cool band tees because people out here are boring and didn't go to shows for stuff like that, so you don't really find that type of band tee, or you don't find band tees out and about. So I really wanted a graphic tee, but I wanted to do something different, and so I got this. It has a manatee, I think that is. I don't really like manatees, but it has frogs, snakes, like, I don't know, an alligator. I thought it was cool. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye!